These caterpillars are about a week old. We got them a little later than we should have due to shipping, but you can see they're pretty big. We should have got them when they were about half this length and about half the diameter, so they would have been skinny little things. These little cups will be their homes for the next couple of weeks. You can see on their little tent here that they start out as an egg. They hatch into a caterpillar, which is the stage we are in now. The brown at the bottom is their food that they eat. And if you can see, they also build, these aren't really webs, but they build these structures as they eat. Here's an update on our caterpillars. It's a little bit hard to see them because they've eaten some of their food, and they have done what happens with food after you digest it. Since they're crawling all over their cup, they've dragged their food with them. And the other thing, we've got a couple caterpillars hanging out up here at the top of the cup. There they are underneath the lid. And once these caterpillars are getting really close, they're nice and big, they're getting really close to climbing up to the top and starting to build their cocoons, their chrysalis. So we might have 3 cocoons starting very soon to update you on. Okay, so some of our caterpillars have started building their chrysalis or their cocoons. You can see that some of them, like this one, are a little bit harder. And then you can still see like the fuzzies from the other ones. Those are the ones that haven't got their cocoons built all the way. So it looks like most of our caterpillars have constructed their cocoons, except for one little guy in the left cup, and he's still working on his. You can see, you can tell here, you can still see some of his furry bits, so he hasn't quite got his finished yet, but a few more days and they'll have hardened and we'll be able to take the lids off and to ready for their hatching. All right, so our caterpillars have formed their cocoons or their chrysalis, and now it's time to take the lids off and place them in so they can eventually hatch or emerge from their cocoons into their little tent here. So you have to be very, very careful. And what I'm gonna do is take the lids off of the caterpillar cups very, very gently. Okay, and then we turn it vertically like so. I mean, just like right there. And if you can see the caterpillar shaking, this cocoon is shaking. They do that to ward off predators. So if they feel unsafe, which I'm trying to be as careful as I can be, but I'm sure he feels a little unsafe right now being rattled around, that's what they'll do, and it'll scare predators away sometimes. And as you can see, this one right here, it looks like this little caterpillar didn't quite get his cocoon made, so I don't think he's gonna make it, but we'll keep an extra close eye just in case. And here's the next one. Once again, being very, very careful. All right, there we go. And we actually didn't lose any cocoons. None of them fell off, so that was very successful. And we'll leave them here for a few more days, probably maybe like 5 more days or so, and then they should be ready to emerge from their cocoons. So once we do that, they'll be able to fly around in here for a couple days, and then it'll be ready. It'll be time to release them into the wild. So there we go. Okay, so we've got a little progress for our butterflies. If you can see, we have one that has emerged from its cocoon. All of its little friends are still in their cocoon. But this one, since it's out, needs to eat. So we have our little feeder here, and it's got a mixture of sugar and water on the top for the butterfly to eat. And you can actually also put fruit in here. If you have fresh fruit, we could have put that in there too, but sugar water is a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna put this in here so our friend has something to snack on. And then here he is, so we can see him right there. Now we have 2 butterflies. Hey friends, it is time to release our butterflies. So they hatched or emerged from their cocoons a little under a week ago. So we're ready to let them out so they can move on to their homes outside of their little tent. So I'm gonna unzip their tent here. I'm trying to move this friend. So I'll probably have to reach in here and pull them out with my hands because they don't necessarily know they're free. Okay, here we go. Come on, babies. Come on. No, gotta sit here. Oh, there it goes. See if I can get another one. Pretty. These are painted lady butterflies. They're colored a bit like a monarch, and there we go.